Staying on the topic of like parents not telling their kids to date African American men. Also, you can play that second clip I had.
Okay, as a certified African Niger babe, I'm gonna tell you why. So disclaimer for me, I don't have any preference. As long as I meet somebody that I vibe with, that loves me and has everything, I'm good to go. But number one, we like somebody that we can relate with. Like, I joke with you, I give you a sign, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of Black Americans cannot relate to us because of different backgrounds, which is understandable. But two, and the most important thing, main thing is that us African girls, we're used to being taken care of by our men. Like, the men do everything, they take care of us, we don't have to worry about money. But a lot of Black Americans feel that we have to go 50-50 on things, like the woman and men has to share equally. But that's not how we're brought up. We weren't raised like that, so we're not used to that lifestyle. So we have to go for people who understand how things work here. Sorry.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong at all.
1,000%.
Yeah, I think all Black, or the majority of Black men feel like they would want to go 50-50 with a woman. Like,
yeah,
a lot of them.
a lot of them,
And it's like, for me personally, my dad has always like paid for everything. Like, my mom
Exactly.
never paid for anything. So it's like, I kind of want the same. Like, obviously, I'll still put up and stuff, but like,
do you feel like, I'm pretty sure, I think a lot of times when we have that conversation about 50-50, it's because our women are much more in the West, I guess, or in America, they're much more independent. I don't need a man. So they don't develop certain traits to maintain a healthy, sustainable relationship. Pretty sure your mom has the qualities that your father looked for in a woman because, you know, she's more submissive, cooperative, friendly, fit, whatever the case is. We don't necessarily tend to see that sometimes with American Black women or just women in general in America because they're so, I don't need a man, this, that, and the third. So a lot of guys are looking at it, well, if you don't need me, why am I providing a lifestyle for you? And you don't even know how to really you never seen a man in your household to know how to treat him, number one. Like, so it's like a little missing dynamic there. I do kind of understand where she's coming from, but again, we don't necessarily get the luxury of having women that were raised to be like submissive to a man or even know how to treat a man, like, and things of that nature. So yeah, I feel like y'all carry those traditional qualities as a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. See?
I mean, I feel like being submissive has to go with like also how the man acts. Like, you're not gonna be submissive to somebody who doesn't act right.
Exactly.
I hate hearing that term because it's that selective submission and selective femininity that y'all would not allow if a man said the things vice versa. If a man said, I can only act masculine to a woman that's submissive, y'all would not tolerate that. True or false?
True.
Imagine y'all on a date, like, and he like, yo, I can only be masculine to a woman that knows how to be feminine. Y'all gonna look at him like, well, you're a man, you should always be in your masculinity. So why do we have to tolerate selective femininity? Like,
I think that's a little confusing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's selective femininity. I think it's the submissive part.
Yeah.
That's what I think that it is.
So if a guy said, I can only be a provider if you know how to be feminine.
I mean, it's not even about being feminine, though. It's about acting right. Like, he's going to provide if you act right.
All right, quick question. Do you think would your fathers be with your mothers if they didn't submit? I mean, especially being from Africa.
I mean, I think we could all say our mom. I don't know how to say it. Like,
I think the way they were raised was to kind of submit.
It was.
But they got a happy, successful relationship.
Yeah.
And he showed up as a man and take care of them, as y'all said, right?
Yeah.
So if y'all see the evidence of this shit happening, y'all don't think, it's not saying we got to tell y'all what to do and y'all jump. We just asking for y'all to submit. Because at the same day, your father also submits to your mother.
Yeah, but I thought we were talking about African Americans versus African.
No, I was giving up
like the woman wise, because I didn't say that I wouldn't do that. We're talking about how Black American or African American women don't usually do that because that's not what they're used to. Like,
that is. I think all women are starting to change once the strong independent shit started. Like, independent is cool to have outside of a relationship. I always feel like when you're in a relationship, you have to communicate. It's a partnership after that. So.
Is there any like parts in your parents' relationships where you look at it and be like, you know what, I couldn't do that, like, because sometimes I only ask that because sometimes when we have these traditional relationships, the man may or may not, treat their woman a certain type of way, like almost as if they're property in a sense. So that's why I think where this mindset kind of comes from in the West is like, oh well, I've seen even though my grandfather and my father provided for my mom, I've seen him hurt her, and I'm never going to go through that again. So is there aspects of your relationship that you see with your mother and father that you're like, you know what, I wouldn't do that for a man, or are they just the perfect like ideal example for a marriage?
Yeah, personally, my parents, I think it would be good. I think I would want that kind of relationship for myself.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, for me personally, I feel like it would be towards more my kids. Like, I wouldn't like force them to go into like, let's say, a major that they wouldn't want.
That
Like, it's not like their like the relationship they had, but like the relationship they had
with their kids.
Okay, that's fair. What about y'all?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah,
exactly what she just
said.
said.
That's the main.
Like, one of my best friends is African. She said that, you know, growing up as an African woman, like it's hard for your parents to express their feelings.
Definitely.
Yes,
like say I love you. Like she said, her mom never said I love you. Now, don't kick my ass. I know she's gonna watch this, but you know, like, it's just like hard for y'all parents to tell y'all how much they care about you.
I feel like it's because they never got to express how they felt back when they were growing up. Because like, let's say you try to speak your mind, like long time ago, they'll probably think of it as being rude, especially. So yeah, I don't know.
I mean, since we're here, we might as well talk about it. Like, what are some pressures or stresses that you think African parents put on their children? Like,
I think it's school.
Yeah,
school is
they're
top one.
Very much people pleaser. So,
did y'all mothers go to school? Were they educated? Okay.
Yeah.
And how does that contribute to a marriage?
I don't know.
I mean, they always say finish school first and then get married.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm saying, you said your mothers are educated, but they still have a husband who's a provider, and there's I'm pretty sure they're stay-at-home mothers, right?
No,
they work.
Yeah.
So how do they contribute to the marriage financially then? If they work, do they just get to spend their own money, but they still expect the guy to pay the majority of the bills? How does that dynamic work? I'm just curious.
I think it's to each their own. Everyone has different situations.
Definitely.
For me personally, my mom, she worked a lot more than my dad, just because like his vision and stuff like that. So, but at first he worked more than her. So I think it's just like he was in the start of their relationship. He was working and stuff, providing for them. But my mom, she was also educated, but she was taking care of children and stuff like that. She still worked though. But then towards the end of my dad's life, like my mom, she worked more because of how he was. So I think it was like reciprocated. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So how's that any different from a 50-50, like a guy wanting to go 50-50? Because that very much sounds like a 50-50 relationship in a sense.
I mean, yeah, but he proved that he can take care of her before she did the rest.
Everything,
Okay, and so would y'all be willing to do that? Or do y'all just want to be a stay-at-home mother?
I want to be stay-at-home.
I
don't want to pay for like more of the things.
Okay.
They still split stuff. You know, it's not like everything on one person because times get tough.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the perfect example of a marriage though, because like, you know, most times when the man fall on hard times, he's not able to provide no more. The woman is like, I'm out. But mom is like, I got this, honey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I said everyone's situation is different.
Up, man. Shout out to her.
Yeah, that's what honestly we need, because, like I said, a lot of times in the West, guys are looking at it like there's pressure on the guys because COVID happened and we unable to work, we lose our job. A lot of divorces happen during COVID, and
men don't have room for error.
Yeah, there's no really room for. That's why no, we don't, because
I feel like women don't have room for error. Yeah. Like, let me give you.
Women don't have to prove anything to a man. We still take y'all as y'all are.
It's different. Let me
her point though. Hold on.
Okay, so like, let's say a woman cheats on a man, like. There's a less chance that the man would take her back, or like he will act up. Depending, like if a man cheats on a woman, she'll still take him back. Like,
well, I feel like that's the only example where y'all don't have room for error. That's the only example.
I got a good example. If you recently saw the Shade Room, Lil Durk said that the reason he got with India is because of her body count.
Right.
Now, if a woman with a high body count, sorry. If a woman with a high body count told a man, I got like 20 bodies, okay? Most men would look at her like she's fucking crazy.
That by 4.
Yeah, whatever, if you want to. But most men would look at it like, you're out. Like, I'm not going to wife you. Simple.
Well, my thing is, no guy really knows what your body count is, no matter what you say. So why are you telling? But
it's like you want to be honest. If you really like this person and you really want to go far, you want 100% transparency. You want to let them know what you're about. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
I feel like that's a young mindset though. Like, if you tell somebody that you got 20 bodies, if a nigga want to fuck with you, he gonna fuck with you.
That's true.
That's true. They don't be caring.
It also may seem like you've been giving that box out a little bit too much.
It's
like you ain't got no sacred seat to this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody done had it.
Yeah.
Like,
I seen a question online, and a woman asked, "What are you saving for your husband?" Right? Because when I thought of the question, I'm like, that makes sense because women are out here in this generation. Women out here revealing their bodies to everybody, to every man. They goddamn sleep with every man. So by the time I get around and marry you, there's really nothing of your body or of yourself that you haven't already given fully to everybody else. Before, like I said, body count and your body count used to be sacred to a man because it made us feel more secure. Like, all right, this is really my woman.
Okay, so what about the men?
Other dudes got news.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, y'all never cared about that.
Women don't care about men's
y'all
body
like
count.
Women like men.
I mean, yeah, it matters, but
women like
when woman is choosing a guy, she's not gonna put that like first on why she shouldn't like.
That's what I'm saying. As a guy,
I'm not coming to yo. You know I got 20. I'm not even. You ask. I might not even bring that shit up.
Yeah,
and most of the time, y'all know the nigga that y'all talking to. All the women want him. That's what attracted y'all to him in the first place.
I feel like women don't really care about. Actually,
they don't.
I mean, you don't want somebody that's out there all the time.
Yeah.
Anyone that's
like
if you really like them, then you would want to be with them. But vice versa, like if it was a guy and if he really liked the woman and she had a high body count, that would just throw everything.
If I like her, I'm not even asking. I'm not trying to damage you in my eyes. I'm not. You said what? Like, nah.
Well, look at the women that's famous. They got wiped up. Kim K get wiped up, and she's sought after.
She got money.
She got a lot of body counts now. I mean, she getting wiped with guys that got money too, though.
But you know, what I mean, he ain't got to worry about her taking his money. I mean, he still do. But it's less likely.
But what I would just say, the pressure to perform during sex is more on a man. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So a man got to go out there and get experience before he come fuck with somebody that he want.
Because y'all ain't giving no...
Because if he second chance. If he come to you and he trash, I'm like...
Number one, he in the group chat, nigga got a little dick, nigga trash, girl, I wasted my time.
Yo, not eat pussy, right?
They go from, he was the perfect guy to, he canceled, girl. You know what I mean? But it's different for the guy. If he comes, if you trash, he willing to teach you.
Yeah. Okay, I could agree with that.
So that's why the body counts, y'all don't have to have a high body count. Y'all can come in with no bodies and we accept that. If God come with no bodies and he trash, y'all not accepting that.
Yeah, not accepting that for a fact.
How often is a woman willing to train a man?
We don't have women on the show talking about niggas don't have how to eat box. I'm not teaching them. Y'all not. Most women are not. Some women are not willing to teach a man. They just want the man to already know their body. Like every woman's body is not different. Yeah. So it's like
every pussy I done seen, not one of them look the same. You know what I'm saying? All them,
it's all different. So women do appreciate women appreciate men with experience because obviously that's the guys blowing your back out. Girl, it's the best sex of my life. That's why y'all able to stay in toxic relationships with niggas because the niggas good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so. It's a different things. Like men and women are different. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing. Men value certain things that women don't necessarily value. Like, women value a guy with money. Vice versa. A guy don't really value if a woman got money. Like that's never what we've been historically like interested in. We care about other things. So that's what I'm saying. It's double standards, but it's always been that way. Like, you know,
it's based on supply and demand, basically. Because a woman could be with the perfect guy. He paying her bills. But sex is trash. She'd cheat on that guy. But if she with the toxic nigga that not doing nothing for her, but blowing her back out, she loyal to that nigga.
Yeah, Lord. And he getting threesomes and all types of things.
Anything you want, man. You hungry?
Yo, King, what we talking about? Oh, Jew, matter of fact.
No, go ahead, King. All right.
Yeah, Jew always be doing that.
You just said his name. That's why I thought we had to talk. All right.